Okay, so just a slight little intro before I get to the meat of this review, quote unquote. I don't like to call these things I do reviews. They're more like ranting, rambling discussions, casual discussions, me talking about the episodes. I'm okay with that. I think that's fine. That's what I like to do. If I wanted to go more in depth, I could. I don't want to sound like a robot though, so that's why I don't make a script. I feel like I sound like a robot when I talk. But uh, digressing from that, I want everyone to like be aware that yes, I do like miss things. So when I do these more casual reviews, because I'm just speaking off the cuff, and so I'm gonna miss some things I maybe wanted to talk about, which is why like usually in the beginning I like talk about these like scenes that did frustrate me, and I just forgot to mention them. So I'm gonna do that again in this episode or this video. Here it is, Vader. When he was grabbing the ship from Episode 5 using the Force, at at in that video, I specify that from a power scaling standpoint, I was thinking more about like the comics. I wasn't really sure if Vader had this capability, where he was actually strong enough to do that. Now this show implies that he is strong enough to do this. This ruins aspects of the OT and I think Rogue One as well, where he has the opportunity to like catch a ship's hull, like people that are escaping from him, and then he doesn't do it. So this is a problem with like new Star Wars, how it's really been lately upscaling the abilities of Force users and what they can do. Things that previously weren't we didn't think possible. Okay, and examples of this are like force healing. That would have been helpful, right? um, uh, Everyone having like max power in the force, force flying, just being able to touch other force users and grab them, even though they have the force too. The power scaling has gone off the charts with people who can use the force. Even in this episode, like episode 6, Obi-Wan is going insane. He's doing all these insane things with the Force we've never even seen before. So and he like just got his powers back. So now he can like do all these weird things. I guess. Oh, fuck. It's just to my point that yes, new Star Wars is creating bad content, and this isn't good. The show isn't good. Be aware of that when you're going into it. Okay, that's it. Thank you. See ya. Okay, hello, welcome. God damn it. Finally, it's over. Kenobi episode 6. It couldn't have come any sooner. Jesus Christ. I'm so done with the show. 6 episodes, the perfect amount. Any more, and I would have killed myself. Not joking. I would have stabbed myself with a lightsaber. All right, I would have done it. Slit my wrists with some lightsaber butter knives to end my pain. Listen, this like almost like the other Marvel, not Marvel, the Disney, Star Wars shows. It Obi-Wan is uniquely bad in in the sense that it is desperately trying to gain clout from the IP of Obi-Wan while systematically breaking down like numerous lore lines and monologues from the OT into this like destructive mess. Oh my god. I don't even want to go over the episode. I don't want to do it anymore. I'm going to have to at least a little bit. Ultimately, listen, let's just do it. Fuck it, alright? We start the episode, Reva's back on Tatooine. She's just there. Like, oh my god, can we not, like, do this? She is dead. We saw it from episode 5. She got stabbed. She's dead. She's just like the Grand Inquisitor. Why? They got stabbed in the stomach by a lightsaber. Did the writers understand what that means? Do you understand? It'd be like if I had the ability, like, if I had a katana and I fucking lit it on fire. I stabbed you in the stomach with it. You're not living. You're just not. You're not alive. You are dead. You are fucking dead. That's how it works. You're not a god. You don't have a corporeal version of yourself that can negate fire damage. All right? You're not a waterbender. You can't fucking do that. You're dead. Whatever. Not to mention, I don't even know how the fuck she got there. We opened up the episode fuck it, she's just there. Whatever, right? I guess. Oh my god. Anyway, and this is the even funnier part, because we cut back. Obi-Wan and the gang is pals or whatever. They're running away from Vader in space, and and they're just apparently the Vader didn't oh, we don't even know, right? So, like, how did she escape? Whatever. All right, there. Did we have that whole thing with Obi-Wan? Like, okay, I gotta draw Vader away, um, from these people. I'll use myself as bait. He's done this before already. Like, yeah, okay, it makes sense because Vader's so fixated on him. Whatever. I mean, it makes sense that it happened in the show. I mean, it's still stupid. Like, Vader's taking his entire ship to destroy one ship, instead of sending out TIE fighters or something to kill or capture Obi-Wan, whatever, right? We get to this unnamed planet. I'm skipping a lot, by the way. There's a lot of like dumb shit. There's a lot of like bad emotional scenes. Very dramatic. Very very boring. Well, it could have been good. It's just like I don't give a shit about any of these fucking characters. You ruined it, Disney. Like, what do you want me to say? Anyway, they get there. Obi-Wan and Vader. They have their little tissy fight where they're using their lightsabers and everything gets all shaky. Listen, I'll say this. This fight, their final fight here in this episode, everyone predicted it, by the way. Obviously, there's going to be a final fight. How this affects the OT, and oh my god, the implications. Anyway, they have their fight. Everyone predicted they'd have their fight. I'll say it. The fight was way better. This last fight was way better than their first fight in episode 3, I believe it was, when they first met each other. I'll give it that. But I don't know how you could get worse than that first fight, honestly. It was so clunky and, oh my god, directed and choreographed horribly. I don't even know how to describe it. It's just gross to look at, and it didn't look right. So there was some of that in this fight as well. Like, tons of shaky cam and dramatic music and weird camera angles. Like when they're fighting, like sometimes like they'd flip the camera upside down so you'd be seeing them from like a top view, watching them fight. It was really weird. I don't know why they did that. Lots of cuts too, a lot of cuts. But it's just the way it is. At least it's better than the third episode. Still not good, but can't get too carried away with it, I guess. Anyway, Rev is there. She's looking for Luke. She wants to kill him for some stupid reason. Fucking I can't kill Vader. I'll kill his son, or I'll kill Luke. Even I'm not even sure she knows he's his son. It's not particularly stated in this episode. I could be wrong. Maybe it is. Maybe I wasn't even paying attention that hard because I was just so done with this show. Anyway, all that thematic relevance, all about Reva now becoming sympathetic. Because in the end, obviously, she doesn't kill Luke. We know that because the OT exists. That was never a debate anyway. It's just pointless to see these characters do these things because Reva's not important at all to the plot in any other show, right? She's just been inserted into this show for no reason. And this whole plot had really no reason to be here at all anyway. Fuck, where was I before? I totally got a little sidetracked. I'm sorry. There's a lot of happened in this episode, okay? A lot of shit. There's so much shit. Dude, so much bad dialogue, dude. I can't fucking take it. Yeah, so Obi-Wan fights Vader. Vader ends up crushing him with rocks. It should have obviously killed him, but it doesn't. Vader doesn't, go to confirm Obi-Wan's death. He just walks away, and then Obi-Wan finds the power within, and the protection to protect Leia, and I got to protect her, and I got to protect everyone because I'm the good guy. And I got to use the Force. He does a big coom on these rocks, and he saves himself, and then he attacks Vader. He fucking beats Vader. He beats Vader, and then leaves, and they have their little talk. Obi-Wan's like, "I'm sorry, I failed you," and Vader's like, "You didn't fail me. I killed Anakin. Me, Vader. And now I'm going to destroy you too." I'm sorry you guys can hear this. I'm fiddling around with fucking bottle caps. I'm like distracting myself while I'm talking about like this fucking show. I was distracted watching it at the same time. I could not give a shit. I just fucking couldn't. Whatever. Obi-Wan wins. He goes back to he sent now that like his powers are back. Basically, he has more for some reason, stupid reason. Oh, whatever thematic relevance that has. I don't care to explain it. He goes back. He senses Luke is in danger because Reva's like after them. Blah blah blah. He gets back. They find each other. Reva ends up not killing Luke. They bring him back to Uncle Owen and stuff. And everything's good. Everything's chill. We did it. Mission accomplished. We saved Leia. We saved Luke. We beat the bad guy. Boom. Story over. Yay. Just kidding. There's one more final scene where Leia's with her parents, her adopted parents, and they're like, okay, we got a meeting, Leia, and be a good girl. Boop, it's Obi-Wan. Out in the open, just here now on the planet. It is very, very suspicious about why he would be here. There's no like flying vehicles in the air either. He's literally just like out in the open, and with like Bail and Leia, and he's just there to like talk to her. I guess it's so stupid. Like he didn't have to be there. We need one more final scene. I guess just to make sure like Leia doesn't know he's okay. I guess we could have that, but still, like the implications of Obi-Wan being about on Alderaan, even though he knows the Empire are after him, is insane, right? It's even more insane the fact that Empire aren't going after Alderaan right now, because they know that Bail was in cahoots with Obi-Wan and was helping him. Even they know that his daughter got kidnapped. This was established in the very earliest episode. Guy, what is happening? It was some. All right, maybe I'll admit the scene was sort of touching, even though I felt that it was completely pointless, and it just in general, as a whole, this show didn't need to exist. So any scene that I see from this show doesn't need to exist. But there are some like good parts, but they're very far in between all the like bad shit that happens in the show, all the silly stuff, all the terrible dialogue, the misdirected plot, these very boring characters. None of it was good. So, not to mention like I couldn't believe they did this too. The retcon, right? I previously thought it was a retcon that they killed the Inquisitor. Then they just bring him back. He should be fucking dead, right? He got stabbed in the chest, and I believe the excuse is that my revenge kept me alive, and obviously it's horrible. So then Reva's revenge kept her alive too, I guess. So whenever anyone that is on a revenge fit, you can just survive being stabbed through the stomach with a lightsaber. All right, it doesn't matter. Mind you, a lightsaber has the ability to like burn through super thick steel. So think about what a lightsaber can do to that, and then think of that in relation to a mortal human body. I still can't get over that. I already talked about it. I keep talking about it again because it's so insane. I hate it so much. God. And finally, at the very, 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 very end, Obi-Wan's wearing his his old Jedi garbs. He goes to meet Luke. He has a little talk with Luke and I coomed because Obi-Wan, his first things he said to Luke ever is hello there, and I coomed right there. I just coomed. I couldn't help it. I'm sorry. I had to. It was a general impulse. And then the final scene. Yes, we're not done yet. The final scene, finally, Obi-Wan's just riding into the desert of some place. I don't know where he is. It doesn't matter. Qui-Gon shows up. Oh my God. Finally, Qui-Gon is here. The excuse that Qui-Gon wasn't here all along and Obi-Wan was in training is because Obi-Wan couldn't see him, and that Obi-Wan was too devastated from Revenge of the Sith, and he was too down in the dumps, so he couldn't see Qui-Gon. Now Qui-Gon shows himself. Obi-Wan studied himself. I guess he's gonna go train in the meantime, and then 8 years later he's gonna die to Vader. That's it. That's the end of the story. I swear to God, if this show gets a season 2, I will riot. I will. I will throw my computer away. I will throw my TV away. I'll throw everything away. I will go live out in the woods to not see this pain and suffering I will incur. I don't want it. All right, enough jokes. Jesus, I'm kidding. Not enough jokes. We need more. We need more Cooming jokes. Um, the wider implications this show has on future Star Wars shows and past lore and future movies, possibly, I don't think are going to be come anywhere near them. Um, I'm pretty sure this show is just a one-off. It's a limited series. Everything is very contained into this really, show. Despite its like incredibly messy plot and bad characters, at least I'm hoping. Listen, I really hope everything's just gonna be contained in this one show. I don't want to see like vestiges of the show pop up into like Mando or the Ahsoka or Lando, or I guess it couldn't happen in Lando. Um, oh, maybe it could. I think they're gonna do a younger Lando. So 8 years, yeah, they probably could. Jesus. I'm praying it doesn't happen. I really don't want it to happen. Honestly, man, whatever. Oh God, my feelings are so mixed up about this. I can't help it, guys. I'm really just sick of Disney Star Wars as a whole. I think I said again, like Boba Fett was funny. Boba Fett was funny in its like ridiculousness. It wasn't good, but it was funny. Mando was just kind of meh. Like a lot of weird things happened in Mando. A lot of dumb things. Almost like this, like, like bad, like this show. But I think this show is just worse for the fact that it's like really, it was really meddling with OT like dialogue and conceptions that we all had about like how characters interacted and what happened in those movies and how things were explained from the past. And this show really is really meddling with that shit. Um, almost trying to. I don't think it totally destroyed everything in the OT. Not like the sequels did, but it did. It did its fair share of like, this isn't good. Like damage, but not like crippling damage. Like it stabbed you. It didn't bash you in the legs or something. It stabbed you in the leg instead of getting a sledgehammer and just obliterating your leg or something. I can't think. My best analogy, okay? Anyway, listen. I think this is it. Maybe I'll have some like really final thoughts. Maybe I'll do a video about that. Just talking about all the really ridiculous stuff in depth. I'm not. Maybe not though. I don't think this show deserves it. Uh, yeah, fuck it. That's it. Maybe that'll happen. Maybe not. I give this show a big thumbs down. I'm gonna rate it a 3 out of 10. That's what it gets. There was effort put into this. Most of the good stuff you'll see, they'll have like I'm still talking. They all right. Listen, they had some good things. Some good things. All right, they're obviously superficial. So like the CGI, yes, the CGI was good. Of course it is. They had some good like puppetry and animatronic stuff works. Like in the beginning episodes, they kind of went away with that. Most of the sets are like green screened. None of them are very elaborate in the sense that they're real, as far as I'm aware. So that's a negative for me personally. I'm not a big fan of like green screening everything. It's become like really huge in modern day movies nowadays. Everything's just green screen and CGI. Some of it looks good, so some of it looks bad. You can tell when it is CG, and you can tell when it's not. So, all right, all the good things I'll say about it. That's it. Everybody have a good day. See ya.